What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another New Comic Book Day haul. I'm your host, AR Comics, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 list for New Comic Book Day, August 4th, 2021. We had an awesome week for new issues for this New Comic Book Day. DC had another issue with The Nice House on the Lake, AWA had a brand new series come out as well, and there were so many other awesome ones. But before I get started off on my top 10 list this week, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that'll keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content because you won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this week's top 10 list. So I hope you all had a fantastic New Comic Book Day this week and you've enjoyed all the books you read so far. I picked up a total of 10 different issues this week, and overall I'd say it was a pretty solid New Comic Book Day. As always, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler free as possible, but you guys already know sometimes spoilers do happen. I do my best to kind of give a little heads up, but just be aware I'm probably going to be talking about some spoilers. So to get this list started off, coming in at number 10 this week, we've got Marvel's The Immortal Hulk, issue number 49. This is the beautiful Alex Ross cover A artwork. I thought the issue itself was pretty good. It did get 10th, but as far as this issue goes, I think they did a really great job setting up our issue 50, our final issue of the series. This one was completely different than a lot of the other issues, though. I really don't want to spoil too much, and honestly, not a whole lot of stuff did happen. It was very different, and I thought it worked as far as the issue goes. So with this one, I believe the main character's name was Jackie. It's kind of her commentary as of all these events that just happened before her eyes. They have the Fantastic Four in there, the Hulk fighting all the other Avengers and superheroes, and it's just basically a story being told by her. That's the entire issue, and then it really sets us up for the finale. They go through the gates, leading us to basically the underworld, where Samuel Stearns is, the other Hulks, and I think we're really going to be set up for this final 50th issue. I hope Al Ewing delivers. I'd say overall the series has been alright so far, and as far as the 49th issue goes, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect as far as the setup goes, but I think this one worked really well for this one. So for those reasons, we've got The Immortal Hulk, issue number 49, coming in at number 10. Next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 9. This is Image's Stillwater, issue number 9. This is cover A. I thought this issue was alright, and I'd say overall, I'm just not sure how I feel about the overall story anymore. This issue picks up where the last one left off, and I still can't get over this whole tree city that these kids have built. They even talked about it, I think, in this issue, that no one really knows it's there. How does nobody know it's there? Stillwater doesn't seem that big, and the fact that all the bad guys do their business and dirty work on the outside of the city where kind of the forest ends, that's where the treehouse seems to be built because all the characters are kind of right next to each other. I don't know. Looking past that, I'm not sure if this is just me either, but it feels as though there are a ton of characters right now. There's a lot of different plots that are happening, and I just am having trouble keeping up with everything. So it might just be my personal beliefs that I'm just not really able to follow the story right now. I do love Chip Zdarsky, hands down one of the best writers right now, in my opinion, but I'm just not sure how I feel about where this story is going to be going. So for those reasons, I'm going to be continuing on with Stillwater, but we've got Stillwater, issue number 9, coming in at number 9. Next up, we've got coming in at number 8 this week. This is DC's brand new series, The Joker Presents a Puzzle Box, issue number 1. This is cover A. I'd say overall, I actually did like this issue. It was a very last second pickup for me. I thought the artwork was okay, but I think the main reason that I did like this issue is because I'm reading the Joker series right now, and this is basically not the same thing, but it's the Joker, it's Commissioner Gordon. Those are the main characters in that Joker series, and I'm pretty sure that's where they're going with this one too. I don't want to get too much into the actual issue itself because I think you don't really get the main plot until about maybe the halfway point, and I think if I talk about that, that's really going to spoil things. But in this issue, it's kind of a mystery. Commissioner Gordon is just grilling the Joker, trying to get a bunch of different answers out of him, and you know Joker's not really going to be having any of that. He's going to be lying. He's going to be talking about other things. They feature a ton of different villains in this one as well. So if you had a lighter week, definitely check it out. Wasn't a bad issue. I'm looking forward to issue number 2. So for those reasons, we've got The Joker Presents a Puzzle Box, issue number 1, coming in at number 8. And now we've got coming in at number 7 this week. This is Image's brand new series, The Me, You, Love in the Dark, issue number 1. This is cover A. I was really looking forward to this one. I love the artwork, and I'm really interested to see where this story goes. I feel like we didn't get a whole lot of info. We were basically following this main character around the entire time. So this is going to have a little bit of spoilers. So she's an artist. She's basically trying to clear her head, start fresh so she can work on her art. She moves into a haunted house, and the whole time it's just her struggling with her inner problems, trying to figure out the next painting that she's going to do. And because she found out the house was haunted, she's trying to talk to the ghost the entire time. And then the story unfolds a little bit from there, And like I said, we don't got a whole lot of info in this one, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Scotty Young can do with this. I love him as a writer as well. Love Strange Academy. Can't recommend that one enough. Definitely give this one a shot if you're a big indie fan, Scotty Young fan. So for those reasons, we've got the Me, You, Love in the Dark, issue number 1, coming in at number 7. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 6, this is Images, Firepower, issue number 14. This is cover A, and this was a very last second pickup for me. I always talk about how I feel about Firepower. I love some issues, I hate a lot of other issues. To me, this was probably one of the best written Firepower issues in my opinion. It was perfectly paced, we had a lot of dialogue, we had a lot of plot progression, and they really set up where this story is going to be going. If you were on the fence with Firepower, you kind of were thinking what I was thinking. It's kind of alright. I always recommend read it in a trade paperback. If you kind of just gave up on it, definitely pick this issue up. Like I was saying, hands down, one of my favorite ones. We got to see the family. They're all working with each other. They're pretty much talking about what happened in the last issue, and now they introduced the newest villain as well. Definitely a very solid issue. I'm excited to see what they do with Firepower. So for those reasons, we've got Firepower, issue number 14, coming in at number 6. And now we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 5 this week. This is Images, Geiger, issue number 5. This is cover A, and this continues to be such a solid series to me. I am loving it, and I really like how they started this one off where it's as if somebody is just telling the story of Geiger and the two kids. Maybe it's him when he's older, not really sure, but I cannot wait to see where they go with this one. This one picks up pretty much right where the last one left off. We got some more info on that infamous football that the mom stole and gave to the kids, and just so much other stuff happened in this issue. We got one more issue before the end of the arc, and I think that one's really going to set up where the rest of the story is going to be going. This is a series I just can't stop recommending. Geiger's been fantastic. The artwork's incredible. These covers are all fantastic, and it's just such a well-written story right now. This is a must-read from Image. Do yourself a favor, pick up some of those back issues. I know there's a lot of extra printings for this one, plus the extra printing covers are awesome too. So for those reasons, we've got Geiger, issue number 5, coming in at number 5. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 4. This is AWA's brand new series, Not All Robots, issue number 1. This is cover A, and I loved this issue. Thank you so much, AWA, for sending me a PDF probably last month. I still had to buy the issue. I love this so much. I just love supporting your company. You guys put out great quality books. They just keep getting better and better too. So with this issue, this is definitely going to be a little bit of a spoiler because I'm going to talk about what the actual plot is. It's set in the future. I believe it's 2053, something around there. The whole world has basically gone to shit, and you have these little bubble communities pretty much. But they've created these robots that do pretty much everything for humans. Humans are not obsolete, but robots do everything. They go to work, they cook, they clean. We just are kind of living our lives. And then the story progresses from there, and it sounds like a lot of other plots where the robots are tired of the humans, they realize that they serve no purpose, so it's going to be some robot takeover. That's kind of how it sounds, except it's just such a well-written story, and instead of being from the human perspective, a lot of it's also from the robot perspective as well. So definitely do yourself a favor, grab this one, it was phenomenal. We've got coming in at number 4, Not All Robots, issue number 1. And here we go. We're down to the final 3 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 3. This is Boom Studios, Basilisk, issue number 3. This is cover A, and this is another series that I am just absolutely loving. I love the artwork. Even though we don't have a lot of info about who these characters are, even the different cults and followers that are following these gods or devils, I am loving it. Colin Bunn is doing a phenomenal job, and every time I finish one of these issues, I just want more. In this one, like I've been talking about, we don't learn a lot about these characters. We didn't learn where they came from, nothing like that, but just their power, seeing them interact with the different people, and then just the violence that they bring wherever they go. I am absolutely loving it. It's only 3 issues deep so far. I think it's only a 5-issue mini run. I hope they extend it past that. You got to grab these back issues for this one. It's such a phenomenal series. And for you speckers, this could easily be a TV show or a movie in the future. But every time I talk about this, I don't do it enough justice. You need to read it for yourself. We've got Basilisk, issue number 3, coming in at number 3. Now we're down to the top 2 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 2 this week. This is Fantagraphic Books, Red Room, issue number 3. This is cover A. This is a phenomenal issue. I'm really loving this series. I understand it's not going to be for everybody, so I'm not going to be sticking on this one for too long. Extremely graphic, very mature. It's also in black and white, so if that's not your thing, plus the maturity level of it, you're probably not going to like it. And also, if you got that 1 in 15 TMNT incentive cover, I am extremely jealous. I am not paying those eBay prices, and I just missed out on all of my LCSs. I was so close to getting it. Just didn't work out for me this time. So with this issue, I like how they changed focus of it. The last two was kind of more focused on the actual red rooms, how violent they are, the people that are kind of running them. This one changes it to an actual person who kind of wrote the coding that the red rooms use now. So they're bringing him into it to crack the codes, to find out who these people are. That's pretty much the entire issue. We still got a lot of torturing in it. So like I said, if you're not interested in that, just move on to the top pick of the week. But seriously, I'm really digging this series. I don't know if it's just me. I've talked to a few other people that really like it as well. Let me know what you think about it down low in the comments section. But we've got Red Room issue number 3 coming in at number 2. And this is it, my top read of the week. We've got coming in at number 1 this week. This is DC's The Nice House on the Lake, book number 3. This is cover A, and this series continues to just get better and better by the issue, and I still have almost no idea what's going on with this one. James Tynion is continuing to kill it on everything he's writing. I was talking about Chip Zdarsky before, Colin Bunn, but I think James Tynion is probably my top writer right now on all of comic books. So with this one, I like how they're kind of writing it. It seems as though the first issue, it just gave a broad, this is what's happening, here's the characters, here's Walter, and this is where we're going to be going with it. The last issue kind of focused on a specific character or two characters, and that's how this one was written as well. I don't remember a lot of their names, but I really like how it's kind of introducing us to how they met Walter, where they're at in the house right now, and just where their heads are at. It's just so awesome. I know this isn't going to be a long ongoing series, but I'm just so invested in the characters we've already been introduced to, just the kind of puzzles and mysteries that he was looking for in this one. I love the artwork. I know we're only 3 issues deep with this, but this could easily be one of my top series of the year so far. I cannot wait to see where they go with it. Congrats, DC. Congrats, James Tynion. You've got another massive hit. So for those reasons, we've got The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 3, coming in at number 1. So what do you guys think about this week's new comic book day? Hands down top read of the week, The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 3. It just keeps getting better. But Image had a brand new one. AWA had a brand new one. And there were so many other awesome issues that came out this week. But let me know down low in the comment section what your favorite issue was this new comic book day. And thank you for watching my video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content, because you won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.